8 laps to determine who will win the Southern 500. Carl Edwards on the inside. Brad Keselowski on the outside. Fans will be on their feet for the final 8. Green flag back in the air. They fan out 3 wide, trying to make the pass on the inside. Denny Hamlin makes the move. Hamlin aggressive on the restart. He'll take second away from Keselowski. 3 wide behind them. Keselowski back to third. Side by side for fourth. Carl Edwards has to hit every mark, get into a rhythm. 7 laps to go. Joey Logano trying to stay in front of Kevin Harvick. Harvick was so close to the front. Now he's got to find his way back.
To go this time, 6. He's 5 back.
Carl Edwards 6 laps away from the Southern 500 win. Denny Hamlin 0.4 of a second behind him.
Talked all night long about managing your tires, managing the race. Well, here we are with coming to 5 laps to go. It's a short run on the tires. It's all about who has the fastest car and who does the best job of limiting mistakes. Denny Hamlin is trying to push Carl Edwards, force him into a mistake.
Carl Edwards continuing to run his line. No traffic in front of him. No one to disturb him up front. He's got to keep his eye on his mirror, though, as Denny Hamlin, with just 4 laps to go, trying to reel him in.
Carl can just focus ahead. Don't look at the mirror at all. Just pay attention to what's in the front windshield. Pay no attention to what's behind you. Let your spotter tell you if he's gaining ground. Just focus on what's in front of you.
Edwards, that time by, was the fastest lap.
But nothing is a given here, Rick. These laps are so hard to run. These guys are making it look easy, but the opportunity for mistake exists in each corner. Coming to 3 to go. That's still 6 good corners that Carl Edwards has to put together.
3 laps remaining.
What a confidence builder for the 19 car heading into the chase for the pit crew to step up and have that pit stop late in the race. That has to be a confidence builder. That has to make you feel good going into the chase trying to win a championship.
The gap getting wider now between 1 and 2. Carl Edwards putting some distance between himself and Denny Hamlin. This time by 2 laps to go at Darlington. Carl Edwards high on the racetrack, trying to keep the momentum up. Down the backstretch he goes.
He really wants to see that white flag now, Rick. He knows once he sees the white flag, even a yellow will end it.
Through 3 and 4. The white flag is out. One more time at Darlington. Carl Edwards, earlier this year, won at Charlotte in a 600-mile race, and now the longest race of the year time-wise, down the backstretch for the final time. Carl Edwards, as he comes through 3 and 4, he'll see the checkered flag. He'll add his name to the legends that have won at Darlington. Carl Edwards wins the Southern 500.
Awesome. Way to go, Harris. Way to go, team. Woo! Awesome job, Sammy Carlington there, boys. Southern 500 winner. Yeah, it's over. Won the Southern 500 and had a dang good time doing it, guys. That's as good as it gets right there. Way to dig. So proud of you guys.
Carl Edwards driving for Joe Gibbs Racing. They have been dominant. 7 of the last 10 races they've won. Pole for the last 5 5 of the last 7 races. And Carl Edwards, his signature after winning, he will do a backflip right off of the driver's side window. Right at the start-finish line. The history of this place, thick. His crew knows they'll give him room.
I wonder what Coach Gibbs thinks on his driver doing a backflip over the asphalt. I get a little nervous every time I see it.
When he used to drive for Jack Roush, Jack got a little nervous because he slipped one time and he said, "Carl, from here on out, I want you to do that into the grass."
Well, with the performance he put on tonight, recovering from 2 laps down, the entire race team, a great pit stop there at the finish to give him the track position he needed. It was just a great example. The Southern 500 is a great example of how much of a team sport NASCAR is, from the car to the driver to the equipment to the pit stops.
Example, you just can never quit. You just got to keep fighting. Had strategy early in the race, it didn't work out for him. We got a bunch of laps, we got 2 laps down. Just kept fighting, kept going, kept digging. Southern 500 win.
And Carl Edwards, one of the biggest proponents for the race package that was in the cars, both at Kentucky and here at Darlington. Less downforce, a softer tire, where the tires would wear, putting more of the racing back into the driver's hands. And he took care of it. He put it in his own hands after his team was able to get him out front on an incredible pit stop. He held off the competition. Brad Keselowski, he led 196 laps, but the most important lap led was the last one. And that was Carl Edwards getting the win. We'll see him in victory lane when we return. Is in victory lane celebrating with Carl Edwards. Kelly?
He won the Coke 600 earlier this year, and now Carl Edwards adds the Southern 500 to his list of wins in 2015 from a miscue and a flat tire early in the race, 2 laps down, Carl, and then that brilliant stop at the end. But how did your team get you back in this race to put up a fight at the end?
Our guys never quit. JGR is unbelievable. These guys have been working so hard. I cannot thank Eris enough. Bob Stancione, Kay, they're here, the whole family. They made it a family reunion. I know a lot of fans came down here to enjoy this race. 75th Cup win for Toyota. Toyota, TRD, everybody's been amazing. We started this 4th team, and people, they all believed in us. Stanley, Subway, Comcast Business, Xfinity, all the fans, and Sprint. And Jeff Burton, man, the first time I came here, we sat and watched tape at Jack Roush's office and one of the offices at his shop, and I just can't thank everybody enough that's helped me. And Darian did a great job tonight.
I said you won the Coke 600. This was actually longer than that, but you were a huge advocate for this aero kit. How much fun was it out there?
I don't think I can get in trouble for saying how much I liked it, but man, I loved it. I mean, this is as good as it gets. And all the Sport Clips folks were over there too, right off of turn 2. And this is what it's about. We're sliding cars. The tires are falling off. I mean, this is the style of racing that I love. If there's any chance we could run this in the Chase, I hope we can do it. Just an awesome day, though. And thank you, Joe Gibbs. Thank you very much.
As you made your way to victory lane, Carl, they changed here. He's getting a hug from Coach. They changed the name from Darlington to Carlington.
We made it Carlington for a couple of moments, but this is a Southern 500. This is so cool. This is huge.
All right, well, he called it Christmas in September, and Santa was good to Carl Edwards, Rick.